Right before you are about to level up, it is going to feel like you are getting dragged back down the mountain that you just spent years, months, weeks climbing. It's going to feel like you're tumbling back downwards. And in this video, my intention is to reassure you that that is not the case. You are not falling backwards. You are not falling back down. What is happening is when you begin to level up spiritually, mentally, physically, your frequency is rising. And all of the aspects of yourself that are still at a lower frequency, all of the egoic structures that you have kept alive for however long, they have to die. That is what an ego death is when aspects of yourself that were created at a lower frequency die off because your vibration is rising. Your frequency is rising to the point where it can no longer survive. It can't come with you. So it's dying. And when these different aspects of your ego, of the structure that you created to keep yourself safe in a world that felt unsafe to you, when they start to die, essentially, they're going to throw everything that they've got at you. Every weak spot. They know all of your weak spots. They know where to keep you low. And so they're just going to throw it all at you. But what they're throwing at you is not real. It's not real. It's smoke and mirrors. And it's being used to manipulate you to keep you lower so that these aspects can stay alive. Whether it's egoic aspects of the structure, the facade you created to keep yourself safe in a world that felt unsafe, or oftentimes it can also be negative entities that have been feeding off of you for years, weeks, months, however long that you've been at this lower frequency. Lower entities, negative entities are in that realm where you are at a low vibration, and they feed off of you. That's how they stay alive. Thought patterns, thoughts, emotions, like anxiety, these are negative entities that are feeding off of you. And so when you're about to walk through that portal to a higher world, to a new life, they don't want you to go because it means that now they don't have a food source. So they're going to attack you. It is a mental and spiritual war, essentially, that is going on right before you step through a portal, right before you step into your new life. It's like their final ditch effort before they die. And I just want to reassure you, as long as you do not interact, when you can master the art of mindfulness and the art of noticing when your thoughts are coming in, or not your thoughts, but when you can notice when a thought comes in, and rather than immediately attaching to it and identifying with it and going down the rabbit hole with it, you can say, oh, where did you come from? Next. And it floats on by. And I know that it's difficult, and I know that it can be painful because I know that they're targeting vulnerable areas. That's what they do. They target your vulnerable areas. They're trying their best to keep you down. And I'm telling you, put up your blinders, which is just your awareness, keeping your eye on the prize and allowing yourself to block all of these thoughts out. It doesn't mean suppress. You're not suppressing. You're not avoiding. You're not refusing to look at. You see it all coming for you. You see it all. That's why it's so painful, because you see it all coming at you. Whether it's a person attacking you physically or with their words, whether it is a thought pattern coming in and attacking you, whether it's just being anxious and having anxiety for a couple of days that just sticks with you. It's not you. None of it is you. None of it means anything about you. None of it means that you're not healed. None of it means that you're not ready. None of it. It's all smoke and mirrors trying to elude you into believing that you are still in the darkness, trying to elude you to believing that you're never going to make it to the top of the mountain, trying to show you, see, you put in all of this hard work, and for what? Because it looks like you did it for nothing. So just come back down here where it's safe and comfortable, and we'll keep an eye on you. We'll hold you down here, okay? Because you're never going to reach the top of the mountain. You're never going to make it up there. I mean, look at all this stuff. Don't give in. It's not true. Tunnel vision. Eye on the prize. Your heart is true. The feeling in your heart is real. The vision that comes from your heart space, that is what is real. And if you follow the guidance that you have built into you right here, and then let the smoke and mirrors, let the illusions fall away, you will not fail. And you will notice that you're already standing at the top of the mountain. And the illusion that you're still climbing will fall away. And it'll be as if nothing even happened. And you'll just look around and be like, oh, wait, I'm already up here. Why was I so afraid that I wasn't going to make it? I'm already here. Okay? So take a deep breath. In my past 2 videos, if you want to rewatch those 2, I go, and I think there's another one. There's a few more in my previous videos or whatever, but I go deeper into how to detach from the thoughts. How do you do that? How do you de-identify with your thoughts? And I sort of teach a little bit about a mindfulness practice. So there's a lot in my previous videos, but this video, I just wanted to reaffirm and reassure you that you are not doing anything wrong. Okay? Be mindful of your actions. Be mindful of where your attention is going. Be mindful of who you are engaging with. Be mindful of your habits. Be mindful of what you're consuming when you're scrolling, what you're consuming when you're listening to music, what you're consuming when you're watching TV. Just be mindful. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of which thoughts you are allowing into your reality. Be mindful of what thoughts are feeding what beliefs. Are your thoughts feeding limiting beliefs? Or are your thoughts feeding more expansive, freeing beliefs? Be mindful right now, because you're already at the top of the mountain. You're already at the top of the mountain. It's just a matter of choosing where you're focusing your energy. If you're focusing your energy on all of the smoke and mirrors that's kind of clouding your view that you're actually at the top of the mountain, and you're focusing on all of the fog and smog, and you're like, oh my God, it's kind of ugly and dark and scary up here, and you follow that rabbit hole, that's where you're gonna live. You're gonna live in the world, oh my God, it's ugly and it's dark and it's scary, and you're gonna feed that. The negative entities and your egoic structures are going to be kept alive because they're feeding off of your fear, right? Or you can choose to be like, oh, yeah, okay, it's a little cloudy right now, but it's about to clear up. The forecast says it was going to be a sunny day, so let's just give it some time. The clouds are going to clear up, and before we know it, it's going to be sunny and beautiful out. Okay, so don't give in to the appearance of the fog, the appearance of the dark, stormy clouds. It's gonna clear up. It's on the forecast. You just have to not give in to what you're seeing in the physical, because you're gonna keep it anchored longer. But you already did it. You're already there. The only job that you have to do right now is to really focus and pay attention to where you're giving your energy and what you're allowing into your realm. Okay, so don't interact with anything that makes you feel fear or anxiety. You're already doing it. You got this. And I'm so proud of you. You made it.